Hi there, boys and girls. Remember, this week in class we talked a little bit about rhyming words, words that sound the same at the end. So let's read the story. Mary had a little jam, and other silly rhymes. It's created by Bruce Lansky and illustrated by Stephen Carpenter. These are some Mother Goose story rhymes, but they're not quite like you remember. These are different. Old Mother Goose used to fly through the air, riding a gander. They made a fine pair. Now when she wants to get somewhere soon, she rides on the cow that jumped over the moon. Mary had a little jam. She spread it on a waffle. And if she hadn't eaten 10, she wouldn't feel so awful. Do you hear the rhyme? Waffle? Awful? Sounds the same. Hickory, dickory, dock, a mouse jumped in my sock. He wiggled his nose and tickled my toes, which gave me quite a shock. Hickory, dockery, hick, the day your clock gets sick and says talk tick, but not tick tock, call the hickory, dickory, dock. He could fix your clock. There was a little girl, and she had a little curl that drooped in the middle of her face. To improve her view, she took out some goo and stuck it back in place. Be careful, don't put stuff in your hair. Georgie Porgy, what a shame. Kids call you by such a silly name. Now I think you know it's true that teasing isn't nice to do. Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet, licking an ice cream cone. Along came a spider who dangled beside her. She told him to go get his own. She was not going to share her ice cream. Jack and Jill went down a hill in a fast toboggan. They hit a bump which made a lump in the middle of Jack's noggin. We know what a toboggan is. It's a sled, flat sled. We just read the Wild Toboggan Ride. Jack was nimble, Jack was quick. Jack jumped over the candlestick. Jack kept jumping much too close. Now his pants smell like burnt toast. Burned his pants. Little Bo Peep throws her clothes in a heap, which makes her room one giant mess. And when she wakes up, she calls for her pup to hunt through the heap for her dress. Little Boy Blue, don't blow your horn. You'll wake up the neighbors. It's 2 a.m. You've got to be quiet so people can sleep. Get under your covers and try counting sheep. Too late at night to be playing your horn. Diddle diddle dumplin', my girl June. She eats her lunch without a spoon. She's a mess from head to toe, so into the bathtub she must go. Diddle diddle dumplin', my son Scooter, playing around with my computer. He pressed the buttons and hit the keys. Now it only prints in Chinese. Oh dear. Don't mess up the computer. Row, row, row your boat gently round the lake. Don't stand up and rock the boat. That's a big mistake. Don't stand up in the boat in the middle of the lake. That's a big mistake. Rub-a-dub-dub, 3 men in a tub. What do you think they say? Too crowded, we fear. Let's get out of here and each take a shower instead. London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. There's no way to get to town. Take the ferry. That's the rhyme. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. I wish they'd had super glue way back then. They could have put Humpty back together again. Super glue sticks on a lot of stuff. It would fix Humpty. Mary, Mary, quite contrary, what does your garden grow? Spinach, broccoli, cauliflower? To which Mary answered, no. Her garden's growing lollipops. Tom, Tom, the teacher's son, went to school when he was 1. The only thing young Tom could do was play a game of peekaboo. He's only 1 year old? That's not old enough for school. Old Mother Hubbard went to the cupboard to get her poor dog a bone. But the dog couldn't wait. So when dinner was late, he ordered pizza by the phone. He didn't want to wait for her to find a bone, so he ordered pizza. Peter, Peter, sugar eater, always wanted food much sweeter. Adding sugar was a blunder. Now he's a toothless wonder. He kept adding sugar to everything, and now his teeth are all rotten. Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell a pack of bubble gum. Fee, fi, fo, fum. Look out, Bubbles. Here I come. Hiccup, hiccup, go away. Don't come back another day. Oh dear, hiccups are the worst. Some like it hot, some like it cold, but oatmeal tastes yucky when it's 9 days old. Yuck. Hey diddle diddle, this rhyme is a riddle. Can a cow jump over the moon? I bet you'll say no, but the answer is yes, if she's riding in a hot air balloon. Lavender blue, rosemary green. When I am king, you'll be the queen. We'll sit on thrones, crowns on our heads. No one will send us up to our beds. When they're king and queen, Mom and Dad can't tell them what to do. Old King Cole was a chubby old soul who loved to play the fiddle. When given the chance, he'd often dance till his pants split down the middle. Oh, dearie me. His pants ripped. How embarrassing. Oh, you know this one. Pat a cake, Baker Sue. Bake me a cake that says, I love you. I've saved up my money. I'm ready to pay. I'll give it to my mommy on Valentine's Day. That's nice. What about this one? Pat a pie, Baker Dan. Bake me a pizza as fast as you can. Knead it, roll it, spread on the cheese, then sprinkle on pepper. I'll try not to sneeze. There was an old woman who lived in a shoe, which wasn't too bad when the winter winds blew. But the strong summer sun was too hot to handle, so she packed up her stuff and she moved into a sandal. Old lady who lived in a sandal? Yankee Doodle went to town, riding on a rooster. His saddle wasn't high enough. Now he's got a booster. Got a booster seat to make him sit up taller, sit up higher. Roses are red, violets are blue. I wish I could ride on a big kangaroo. Roses are red, violets are blue. I wish I could ride on a dinosaur too. Jack Sprat would have no cat. His wife would have no dog. So when they went to buy a pet, they settled on a hog. Simple Simon met a snowman standing with a broom. I'll give you 50 cents, he said, if you clean up my room. He needs somebody to help him clean up his room. Wee Willie Winky ran down the stairs, hugging a blanket and 2 teddy bears. I can't fall asleep, he cried as he ran. Look under my bed, there's a boogeyman. Oh dear. Boogeyman under his bed? Are you sure? Don't worry. His father carried him up to his room. He turned on the light and he searched for a broom. He swept some stuff from under the bed. 2 slippers, a bone, and Willie's dog, Fred. That wasn't the boogeyman under his bed. It was just his dog named Fred. Bed, Fred. You hear the rhymes? I had a little pony. His name was Dapple Gray. I lent him to a woman whose horse was sick one day. But rain came down in showers and made puddles on the ground. My pony got so muddy, I called him Dapple Brown. He was dapple gray and gray spots, but it's so muddy, now he's dapple brown. 3 kind mice. See how they run? They all ran after the farmer's wife. They took out some cheese and they cut her a slice. Did you ever see such a sight in your life as 3 kind mice? They're sharing their cheese. That's nice. That's kind. Sweetheart, you're my little star. How I love you just the way you are. How I wonder what you'll be as I bounce you on my knee. I wonder what she'll be when she gets older. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder why you are shining down on me so bright. Please watch over me tonight. Star shining right down on him. Starlight, star bright, the first star I see tonight. I'm going to try with all my might to keep my jammies dry tonight. He does not want to have an accident in his bed. He's going to be super careful. Try not to. That's why we go to the bathroom before you go to bed. Rock-a-bye baby on the treetop. When the wind blows, the cradle will rock. When the birds sing, the baby will smile and fall asleep happy in just a short while. It's almost your bedtime. Good night. I hope you enjoyed the stories. Mary had a little jam and other silly rhymes. I told you they're not the same as those Mother Goose nursery rhymes. They're a little bit different. Hope you enjoyed the story. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.